everyone. So I'm going to be talking to you about a measurement unit that is going to go from tomorrow until Friday. And I chose measurement as a unit because, as you will know, I am Gina Fedina, student teacher, and I have been since January, and I'm coming up to my last couple of weeks with you all. And as a part of my credential requirement, I have what's called a Cal TPA, and that stands for California Teaching Performance Assessment. So I've already completed one, and that's why in the beginning of the semester you had waivers to sign off, granting permission for me to use your child in video recordings as well as work samples. So this is the second one, and the second one involves math. So measurement, we're going to be going over as a part of that unit will be longer or shorter, and measuring the difference between those. So just to break it down, I'm going to go over what each component of this week will look like, as well as what materials you will need to participate in the activities. So first, I will be sending a link through Google Classroom through the stream, and it's what's called a diagnostic assessment. So this is an assessment that we send out, or we would do in class before a unit or a lesson or a new skill is taught, just so I can have a general idea as to where your child is at, or where their strengths and weaknesses are within the lesson. So the diagnostic assessment is going to be a link to a Google format called it's Google Quiz or Google Survey, and it's going to show a YouTube video that's longer versus shorter. It's cute little monkeys. It's a really cute video. The song's been in my head for a while now, and you're going to watch that video with your child, and then there are a series of questions that pertain to that video. When it comes to helping your child complete the assessment, read them the directions and read them the questions, but let them answer the questions as independently as possible. I will get those answers submitted back to me through Google. They let me know as soon as somebody participates in the survey and completes it. So again, that'll be a link that'll be sent out tonight after I post this video. The second part is what's called a formal assessment. So a formal assessment, we are going to do a scavenger hunt. So we did a scavenger hunt last week, or a couple weeks ago for spring break, where you went around your house and found items that start with specific letter sounds. So this is very similar. However, you're finding items in your house that are shorter and longer. But what are we going to use to measure? Well, on the instructions here, for your measurement tool, you're going to take off your shoe, you're going to trace your shoe and cut it out. And when you cut it out, that cutout will be your tool. So I'm just going to show you a quick example. I took my favorite Mickey Mouse shoe, and I'm going to trace my shoe. This is not an even table, so this is not a good example, but you will get the idea. So after I've traced my shoe, there it is, I will cut it out, and that will be my measuring tool for that activity. So what that activity consists of is a couple different sheets. So here is the title page, longer or shorter scavenger hunt, followed by the directions. So attached is a graphic organizer separated into two categories, longer and shorter. You can either write objects under each category, or you can use the measurement unit visual sheet, which I am going to put under parent resources, and cut out each of those pictures, and you can paste it under each category. When you're finished, there is a self-assessment sheet that will be in the documents as well under parent resources, where you're going to ask your child the questions that are listed, and they're going to give you a smiley face, a medium face, or a sad face, depending on how you think they did in the assignment. Again, that assessment is to be sent back to me as well for a self-assessment portion of my Cal TPA. And then, so this is what the sheet looks like. It's just a longer versus shorter. I don't have a printed out version of the visual sheet, but it's using Symbol 6, where it has different things, different pictures of items that could be in your house. And when we do this live together, what I would like you to do is have those squares cut out and ready to go. I'll also remind you the day before we do a lesson what you need for the next day, just so you're prepared. And then we're going to look through our houses together and find those items and see if it's longer or shorter than our shoe measurement tool. So, and again, anything that you do Please initial your child's initials on it and take a picture, and you can either scan it to me or just directly email it to me, and I'll provide my email for you. So that's the first assessment. What you need next will be these cards. I have Caterpillar cards and I have Train cards, and these will also be located in Parent Resources. So these are just ways for us to review together when we talk about this unit throughout the week, what's longer, what's shorter. So I picked Trains and Caterpillars. So typically we'll start off each live session just to review, just to go over which one's longer and shorter, and this is something you can do when we're not doing the live lesson. My next assessment is just different worksheets. So I have a longest and shortest comparison sheet. They're pictures of the same items, but one day or one part of the lesson we'll be talking about what's longest, and we'll be talking about which item is shortest. And again, please initial these with your child's initials and send me a picture of them so I have those work samples. And then finally, we'll go into what's called an extension activity. So what that consists of, it's promoting higher level thinking from what we've already learned. So it still talks about what's longer and what's shorter. That's going to look like this. I'll also include this in Parent Resources. And again, I will post when I put something in there just so you're able to find it and navigate the site as to where these materials are. So this is going to be an extension activity where we count how long an object is, and then we count how long a second object is, and then we compare the difference. So that's our extension activity. And same as everything else, put your initials on it and send it my way so I can use it as a resource for my CalTPA. So that's just a brief overview of what this week is going to look like. Again, I will post daily just to set out a reminder as to what's going on that day when we do a live lesson. So I'm really looking forward to doing this measurement unit with you. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I'd like to take this time to say thank you for allowing me to work one-on-one or in small groups and whole class with your children. It's been quite an experience, and it's been such a joy for me. So I can't wait to begin this unit with you.